are you right now? Are you at home? Are you on the road? As of me, I'm actually in my car right now. The reason why I've delayed a little bit to get started is because I was delayed in someone's office, so I couldn't get home or get to my office. So I've just parked my car on the side, and that's the good thing about technology. I'm ready for the meeting. So just go to the chat box there, and I want you to type for me, where are you right now? Where are you right now? Are you at home? You don't need to say, I'm in my bedroom. You can just say, I'm at home, you know, just to know where you are. Just to know where you are. And this is a very, very special day for me because I think, if I'm correct, this is the first training we are doing with amazing people from Kigali, not just Kigali, actually, the whole of Rwanda. Yeah, this is the first training we're doing, and it's just the beginning. I hope this timing is perfect because we'll be doing them each and every week. Every week we'll be having these trainings. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Some are in town doing business, others are at home. I hope you can all hear me. I see we have got 16 people logged in. All right. At home. Good, good. I see most of you are at home. That's great. That means this is a good time to have the meeting since most of you are already settled at home. That's awesome. All right, all right. Okay. Okay. I think let's just get started. Let's get started and welcome everyone to the training. And for those who are not sure who I am, my name is Enos Salema, and I've been with Forever since 2007. So basically, my whole life has been created and driven by Forever, and it has been an exciting journey. And just recently, I got a very challenging opportunity to become the country sales manager for Tanzania and Rwanda and Burundi. And it was extremely challenging for me to say yes because, I've always been an FBO. I'm used to my freedom. I'm used to doing things whatever way that I want. And now I'm taking up a responsibility, which means I'm going to have perhaps to sacrifice a bit of those. And it took me a lot of thinking because I am still an FBO. I'm still building my business the same way. So I knew it would be quite tough to be able to somehow balance both of those activities. But still at the end of the day, I said yes. And one of the biggest reason why I said yes is because I knew by me saying yes, it's an opportunity for me to be able to help more people. It's an opportunity for me to go beyond my team. Most of you, actually none of you are in my team. So maybe, and I'm not saying that I cannot train somebody who is not in my team, but maybe there is no really an opportunity for someone to train you if you're not in that person's team. So for me to say yes to the challenge of being a country sales manager, I knew for a fact I will have an opportunity to help more people, and of course, a responsibility to help more people. And that's why we are having this meeting today, because we want to make sure we take Rwanda to a whole new level. And I'm not saying this in a bad way, but it's not right that Burundi is doing a lot more CCs than Rwanda. That's not right. I mean, that's an error which has to be corrected. And I'm not saying that to mean Burundi are somehow inferior to it, but why, Rwanda at some point was number one in the whole of East Africa. At some point, it became number one, which means we know the potential that's in Rwanda. And we believe in the potential that's in Rwanda. That's why we are still here. And that's why we are having this meeting today, because we want to make sure we get closer and we help each other, we assist each other in making sure that we build our business in the best way possible. And just to kick it off, why I have so much hope and so much belief in Rwanda, last month, the month of May, was a very, very tough month for the whole of East Africa. Tanzania dropped, Zambia dropped, I think about 50% dropped. Only two countries in East Africa that grew, Burundi and Rwanda. And Rwanda had the biggest growth in the whole region. They grew by 36%. So kudos to everyone that's in this meeting, because I know all of you in this meeting have contributed to that growth. Rwanda grew from 194 cc's in April to 263 cc's in May. So I'm positive, and I'm pretty sure it has just begun. I know this month we are probably going to 350. Who knows? Maybe in the next 2 months we'll be hitting 500 and above. Can I get an amen on that? That's my belief, and I know that's the potential it's in each and every one of us here. And it's important for you to give yourself a brand new opportunity. We always say it's a brand new month, brand new year, but we need to start saying it's a brand new me. And really, my fellow FBOs, what I really want you to start emulating, what I really want you to start imagining is a brand new you. A brand new you. 5 months have passed. We are now in the middle of June. In few days, we'll have 6 months gone. In few days, we'll have half of the year gone, in very few days. So we have a second half of the year that we can actually do something about it. We have a second half of the year that we can actually go an extra mile with it. We have that second half of the year. And nothing will happen until you decide for yourself that I want to be different. I want to see a brand new me in this second half of the year. We need to forget what we did in the first half. If you are only doing like 4 cc's, I mean, you need to go to 5 cc's, 7. I always joke with people that 4 cc is for those people who are new in the business. You're 1 month in the business, a novice, you should be doing 4 cc's. But for if you're already, 6 months and above in the business, you need to be doing 5, 6, 7 cc's each and every month. You don't become active. Don't do active of 4 cc's. Those ones are for novice customers. Us, the big guys, who are in the business, we know we go way above those figures. Yeah. And if you think that way, then you'll be able to challenge yourself more in making sure that your CCs are really, really massive, and you love the bonus, you love the growth that comes with it. So tell yourself that I am going to be a brand new person, because we are just about to be half of the year. We are just about to be half of the year. And there are goals that you had set for yourselves in the beginning of the year. There are things that you wanted to achieve in the beginning of the year. And I feel this is the best time for you to look at your goals. Why? Because 10 days from now, it will be end of June. And if there's something that you were working on and you don't give yourself an opportunity to look at it, it means within 10 days, it will be too late for you to fix anything that you wanted to achieve before the first half of the year is gone. So before we even get into massive trainings of activities and how to do things, I want us to go back to ourselves first, because I believe none of those activities will work if you don't have an awakening from within. You will not be able to be consistent if you don't have an awakening from within. You will not be able to face challenges and still move on if you don't have an awakening from within. You will not be able to go and pass through your fears if you don't have an awakening from within. You'll not be able to face your challenges. Sometimes you're not even able to take a prospect's number if you don't have an awakening from within. And that's why I thought on this first meeting today, we don't just go to activities, because we are not planning to do a quick training and then we are done. No, this is going to be a series of training. So today, I need us to go back to the things that will help us first prepare our minds for success. Developing the right mindset for success. How do you develop the right? It starts with being clear and reminding yourself of your why. Being clear and reminding yourself of what am I doing on my business? Why am I in Forever? What do I really want to achieve? Do I just want to get by? Do I want to transform each and everything? Why am I in this business? Because if I'm not clear with why am I in this business, it's very easy to have some big ideas about what you want, but be using a strategy that will never get you to those big things. So we need to be clear with why am I in forever? And once you have clarity of your goals, which we're going to go deeper on the goal setting in very few minutes. Once you have clarity on your goals, then what else do you need in order for you to start developing the right mindset? Because trust me, guys, nothing affects FBOs more than mindset. Because you see, here's the thing. You being an FBO, you are your own boss. So if you don't have the right mindset, who will push you? No one can push you. You can get reminders a few times from your upline, but your upline can never be there each and every day to remind you, did you make the calls today? Did you follow up on it can never be there. So you need to have your own awakening from within. And that will only come if my mindset is right. A right mindset is not just a positive mindset. Most of the times when we say right mindset, most FBOs, they think it's all about positive or negative. That if I'm not negative, then I have the right mindset. No, it's not enough. You can be positive, but you still have a wrong mindset. If I'm positive and I'm not doing my activities, it means I have a wrong mindset. Why? Because I'm positive, but my mindset is telling me, don't worry about today. Let today go. Let today pass. That's a wrong mindset. You get the point? So how do you develop that mindset? One is by working on your understanding. Start by understanding yourself. What are you good at? What do you enjoy doing? What do you hate doing? So that you do more of what you enjoy doing rather than what you hate doing. Understand yourself. And then we're in network marketing. Being in network marketing, being in forever, we need to be constantly on personal development, constantly working on our understanding. Read books. Sorry. Read books, watch videos. Take time to really understand your business. Because when you understand, then you'll have belief. You'll believe in network marketing. You'll believe in forever as a company. You will believe in the products. You will believe in yourself only if you have understanding. It is very difficult to believe something which you don't understand. Very difficult. And belief is what will bring commitment. Without belief, you can't be committed. You can't. And what are the signs of commitment? Time. Is someone giving time for business? If someone doesn't have time for business, forget it. That person is not committed. No one is busy 24 hours. We can all get time. That's a hard truth. If I don't have time for praying, it means I'm not committed to praying. It's not like I'm not a committed person. I'm committed, but I'm not committed to praying. If I don't have time for exercising, it means I'm not committed to exercising. So if someone doesn't have time for forever, if someone is not willing to change, if someone is not coachable, it means you're not committed. Because if I'm committed to something, I will be coachable. Imagine if you're employed and your boss comes and say, you know what, we are changing the systems from today onwards. We are no longer going to be doing meetings in the boardroom. We will do all our meetings via Zoom. I'm telling you, no one, if it's a job, no one will say, but technology, I'm not very comfortable with it. No, you'll be coachable and you'll go and learn because you are committed to that job. Am I committed to the business? I have to ask myself. And commitment is what will cause someone to take actions consistently. Talk to people every day, sell the products, talk to people every day, recruit people, coaching people. Everything that we do in Forever is about talking to people. You're either talking to prospects for products, prospects for business, or you're talking to your team, but it's still talking to people. The actions. And the actions will bring the results that you want. We all want these results. We want the money, we want the recognition, we want all those amazing things. We want to go to Australia next year. By the way, I hope we'll have some of you in Australia. Sydney is waiting for you. In order for you to achieve all of that, you have to remember this cycle of developing the right mindset. And for me, when I'm coaching someone, I always coach under the guidance of this, they're developing the right mindset cycle. Before I get someone into activities and actions and action and act, the first thing I want to know is this person clear about why they're in forever? Because if this person is not clear about why they're in forever, then if I give a book, if I give a video, if I give a link, this person is not going to watch, because this person, has not really connected with forever. So have you connected with forever? Once your mindset is correct, then you need to learn how to build a forever business. There are so many people who work hard, but they're not effective and they're not getting results because they've not really understood, what do I need to do to build a forever business? What's the philosophy behind a forever business? What do I need to do so that I can build a big team? Because if anybody is looking for something big in forever, big incentive and travelings, one thing that you must have is a big team, or rather, not just a big team. One thing that you must have is you must have uh, a team which is effective, which means there must be a team. So how do you build a team? You build a forever business by following this cycle. That's why it's called the forever business building cycle. So if someone is doing forever and is not following this cycle, it means this person is not building a forever business, because this is our business building cycle. So how can you not follow it? And in order for you to build a forever business, look at it. It starts again with your why. I need to be clear. Why am I in this business? Where am I going? If someone, wakes me up in the middle of the night and they ask me, Enos, why are you in forever? I should have an answer. I shouldn't be thinking. I need to know why. Why am I in this business? What has really gotten into me until I decided now I'm in the business? Now, once you are clear with your why, now we're starting to get into the activities. In order for you to do the activities properly, you have to first list people before you can talk to them. So before you start introducing people to the business, to the products, list them down first. And that's why we need to have a who do you know list. But this who do you know list, it won't just end with your best friends or your closest relatives. It will expand into a lot more people. And one thing that we'll be training each other, I think the next Saturday, we're going to train each other on how to never run out of people to talk to. I'm 13 years in the business and I'm still recruiting up to today. What is it that is making me constantly recruiting each and every month? Why have I not run out of people to talk to? Because there are certain things that I do, and when I stop doing them, I'm always stopped. I don't have people to talk to. So what do you need to do? You need to first have a list, and then we need to be expanding that list. And once the list is there, then put a target of how many people do you want to contact on a daily basis. If you are on business building mode, you must always be having a daily target of how many people am I contacting. And contacting in forever is different from prospecting. If you send a random message to someone on Facebook, like, hello, how are you? My name is so and so. I've looked at your profile and I think it's exciting. I'm expanding my business in Kigali. I don't know if you're open to take a look at a part-time opportunity. That's not contacting. That's prospecting. Contacting is after that person has given you the number and then you call and you say, I want now to show you. So contact is the action you do so that you can show someone the opportunity. Contact is the next step after contacting is showing someone the opportunity, which can either be one-on-one, it can be via a website, a video. We do Zoom webinars nowadays. All those are ways to show the business. And if you have shown someone the opportunity on a smaller scale, you must always bring them to a big presentation, business presentation. You must always bring them here. And the good thing, these ones are online. I know now Rwanda is in partial lockdown. We can't do big events. So it means we can maximize on the Zoom to make sure that we have most people coming in here. And then if someone joins the business, then we get them to action. When someone joins the business, the idea is not to get them into thinking and planning and training. No, the idea is to get them to action. That's why if someone joins the business within 48 hours, which is 2 days, make sure you have met that person, set goals with that person, and immediately plan actions. And what I normally do is if I recruit someone, because I know these people are scared of talking to people. I give them a set of messages that they can send to their prospects. So I make it easy for them to start the actions. And if you need the message, I can definitely send them to you. So I make it easy for them because I need them to start talking to people. I don't need them to think. I need them to start talking to people, but I want them to talk to people in the right way. And I want it to be in a way that I can also help them. That's why I'm giving them the messages. And the way the messages are arranged, they're in such a way that they are giving the prospect, they're just asking the prospect if I, as Enos, can contact them because I want to help this person get into actions. So this cycle, in order for this cycle to work, the core of it is someone needs to be clear with why are they doing. And that's bringing me to something important that I want us to talk about right now. What are your goals for 2020? Really, I want you now, if you are at a place where you can have your pencil and a piece of paper, a notebook, I want you to think deeply because I don't know, maybe you'll never do this process again. I want you to ask yourself, what are your goals for 2020? When you think about 2020, what will make this year worth? What is it that come the end of this year, if you have achieved it, you'll feel like, wow, I've won. What will make it worth? What will make it worth? What will make it worth? Think about it. What are your goals for 2020? I want you to think about your financial goals. Did you plan to save some money this year? How much have you saved? Did you have a goal of how much bonus you want to be making before the end of this year? How are you doing on that? Did you have some retailing targets that I want to retail a certain amount each and every month? How are you doing on your financial goals? Maybe you had some goals around how much money you want to make in the whole of 2020. This is the time for you to do an inventory and look at how much you've actually made already so that you know what needs to happen in the future, in the next 6 months. Look at your financial goals. I want you to challenge yourself. Did you have a goal of bringing in new people this year? Because you're in network marketing, you need to recruit new people. Did you have that goal? If you had that goal, how far are you on that goal? How far are you on that goal? Did you have a goal on recruiting new people? How far are you on that goal? How are you doing on that? Did you have some CC's goals before the end of this year? How many CCs did you see yourself doing by January? This is now June. When it was January and then you were planning your year, how many CCs did you set for yourself for June? How are you doing on that? Are you right on track or not? This is the time, guys, because if you don't evaluate now, this year is going to pass. 2019, perhaps it passed without you achieving your goals. Maybe. You don't want this year to pass just like that. And one sure way that will help prevent that is by you taking time and analyzing and tracking where you are. What about personal development? Did you have any personal development goals this year? Maybe you say you want to learn how to do product launches. Maybe you say, no, I want to learn how to do a business. Have you learned it? Maybe you say to yourself, I want to make sure this year, every month I read one book. Have you been reading one? Have you read those 5 books already? These are questions that we need to ask ourselves because we need now to set new goals for 2020. This is not about you, beating yourself on the head and saying you've failed. No, this is about you identifying areas that you have time. You still have time to change before the year ends. But if you don't identify them, you would have lost an opportunity for you to make some changes. What about your health? Maybe right now you are overweight. I was overweight for 10 years. 10 years I'm overweight, and I mean forever. And then I made a decision I was actually obese, not even overweight. I was extremely obese, 10 years plus. Then I made a decision within 2 months. I changed it. You have 6 months to change. If you're overweight right now, why not put a goal to say, I'm not going to finish the year overweight. I'm going to get on a C9 each and every month until I get down, get my kgs down. Give yourself a target. How are you doing on your health? Maybe there are things that you wanted to purchase this year. Did you want to buy a plot somewhere? Maybe you wanted to buy a laptop, a projector. What did you want to buy this year? Take time to think about the things you wanted to buy this year and how are you doing? How are you doing on those purchases? Take time. Take time to think about it. How many things did you want to purchase? And let's think about the biggie manager. I know we have a number of non-managers listening right now. And I just want to talk to you non-managers. If you started the year as a non-manager, do not end the year as a non-manager. You're losing money, my brother. You're losing money, my sister. If manager was your goal for this year, well, then you have some good 6 months for you to make it count. 6 months to turn things around. 6 months. Let's go manager, guys. There is no reason why someone should not get to manager. No reason. Let's go manager. Because that's an important goal. When you achieve manager, in forever, you have opened up your doors for bigger things in forever. Before manager, most of your doors for bigger things are closed. So you need to get to manager. And if you want to get to manager, one thing for a fact is you need to continue working while the music has stopped. In life, there at some point where there's music pushing you, there's music entertaining you. There are things, there's a certain environment that's kind of motivating. To get to manager, you have to continue working while no one is watching. As a matter of fact, you have to continue working while you are demotivated. You have to continue working while you don't feel like working. That's how you get to manager. But you can't get to manager without a plan. So you must have a plan. And the way you plan for manager, you first ask yourself, which month do I want to finish manager? And I know in December, we're going to have an amazing East African Success Day in Zanzibar. And I can tell you for a fact, it will be a lot more fun if you come to Zanzibar as a manager. First of all, you're going to fly to Zanzibar. It's going to be nice and exciting. So if you want to go to the East African Success Day as a manager, and this is June. That means June to November, you have to finish your manager. So you need to plan November going backwards. So November is where you want to finish manager, November. So November, we need to smash at least 55 cc's in November. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that people do is they look at those 55 cc's and they look at what they're doing right now, 1-2 cc's, and they say, Enos, I think you're crazy. Where will I get those 55 cc's? Where will I get people to join to get me those 55 cc's? Now, that's being negative, honestly. But then we also have people who look at those 55 cc's and say, wow, 55 cc's, I'm going to smash them. Oh, November, that's too far. I'm going to finish them early. But yet they do nothing. Those, I call them positive. And then we have the best people who are the masters. The masters look at those 55 cc's and say, okay, that's the goal. But I'm not going to focus there. I'm going to ask myself, what do I need to do in November so that I can hit in October, so that I can hit my November goal? So you put a target for October. So let's say October, you want to do 45 cc's. Then you put another target for September. Then a target for August, a target for July, and a target for June. That way, you have properly planned your your effective journey to manager. A journey that will take you 7 months. 7 months to manager. Sorry, 6 months to manager. And 6 months is what we got. If you want to go to Zanzibar as a manager, that means you have to make sure you are done with your manager by November, which is possible. I mean, forget about these 55 cc's and 45, forget even about 10. Think about June, 4 cc's. Can you do these 4 cc's? Now, if you're someone who is already doing 4 cc's, look for someone in your team that wants to go to manager so that you go for 10 cc's in June. That means you're going to finish your manager in October and you can help your downline finish manager in November. You see the point? Get to manager, create a manager. Get to manager, create a manager. That's the point. Now, 4cc is there as the key, the most important thing. And if you plan your business around 4cc, you'll actually realize you're building a very strong, stable business while you're making a very good income. So 4cc is where we need to get to. And I see we have 24 people right now in the meeting. 24 people. And if all these 24 people decide to do 4 cc's, if all these 24 people decide to do 4 cc, as a matter of fact, I just forgot how many people did 4 cc's in Rwanda last month, but my memory is telling me it's not 24 people. That's what my memory is telling me. If it is 24, then I'm sorry. But if just the 24 of you decide to go with this plan, then definitely it means we can have a lot of managers. Now, will everyone go for this plan? No. Why? Not because this plan is impossible, because few people will take this as their plan. Most people will say, Enos's plan. Enos suggested this. No, it cannot work if it's Enos's plan. It can only work if it's my plan. You know, I have shared it, but now you have to look at it and say, is this my plan to manager? If it's not, then create a new plan for yourself or come to my inbox. I'll help you create a plan for manager. And this is just a plan on what you should do. There will be activities that will be required in order for this plan to work. And why are we starting with 4cc? Why 4cc? Because 4cc is important first to help you make money. If you are doing 4cc's and you are not making money, it means you are doing your 4cc's wrongly. 4cc is important to help you make money. Because if you're doing 4cc, it means you're retailing and you're probably recruiting. And I always like to challenge people to go for 5cc's. Always challenge yourself to go for 5cc. 3cc retail. And then 2cc minimum recruit. You'll enjoy forever if you do that. 4cc will give you the amazing recognition. You will be recognized when you do 4cc's. In Tanzania, we've made a decision that we only recognize 5cc's. If someone wants to recognize 4cc's, maybe they can do it within their teams. But as a country, we recognize 5cc's. That's our target. But also 4cc's will mean you're leading by example. Remember, if you're doing 4cc's and if you help just two people in your team to do 4cc's, you're a supervisor in 2 months. Just 2 people. 2 people doing 4cc's, and including you doing 4cc's, you're a supervisor in just 2 months. That's why we talk about 4cc's. But you need to do 4cc's because you will need to coach your team. You will need to coach your team how to do 4cc's. You'll need that. Without doing that, it will be very difficult. Without you coaching your team, it will be very difficult. So you have to coach your team. And if you're not 4cc actives, how can you coach your team? It becomes impossible. So now let's ask the most important question. What activities should I do so that I do 4cc's? And today we're just going to mention the activities, maybe brief a bit about some of the activities. But our whole series of trainings will be focusing on these activities. So we'll be going deeper into exactly how these activities are done, and we'll have actual FBOs who are very good in those activities sharing how they do it. What 4cc activities what can you do to ensure that you don't miss your 4cc's? And my target is always retail 3cc's. So what do you need to do to retail 3cc's? First of all, focus on few products. Most people who are trying to sell everything they don't sell a lot. Pick a few products. You can just pick 4 products. Focus on them. Become like an ambassador for those 4 products. Look at what's in stock. Don't focus on things which are not in stock. Focus on a few products that are on stock. If it's C9, we have people that are getting to manager by just using Vitalize, Multimarker, and IG Plus. The whole team is just focused on that. Men's vitality products, Vitalize, Multimarker, IG Plus. Getting to manager. People that are selling 50, 60 multi-markers a month. Now imagine if you are selling 50 multi-markers a month, that's slightly over 5 cc's. Now, if you start to coach your team to do that, what will happen? You can easily get those cc's. So focus on a few products, but also learn. Don't be stagnant when it comes to knowledge. Learn how to run ads on Facebook, ads on Instagram. We normally recommend if someone wants to do ads, then you either do them throughout or at least twice a week. These are activities that I know if you do them, you won't fail to retail 3 cc's. What about statuses? Do you normally post on your WhatsApp status? You need to have a plan. Without a plan, you'll just say, I'm going to be posting. No, you need to have a plan that I will be posting 2 videos per week. You need to have that plan. And that 2 videos per week is like the very minimum. I was talking to a lady called Warda. She's very, very good on retailing. And she does a lot using WhatsApp status and Insta story. And she does like 5-10 stories in a day. So when I say 2 videos per week, that's like the very, very minimum you can do. But all these activities that once they're done, you will get engagement with people. Insta story. Those ones, every day you need to put up a picture. But when you're using Insta story, and don't worry, we have a deeper training on these things. The reason why I'm mentioning is because I don't want at the end of this training, you only have goals and you have nothing like to work on. But on Insta story, you need to be strategic. Forever advices, 20% post your lifestyle. And when they say lifestyle, it's a bit misunderstood. When they say lifestyle, it doesn't just mean you post when you're swimming, you post when you're having, no. Post your business lifestyle as well. Post that you are helping people. Post that you are in a business training. Let someone understand that this is someone that is going somewhere. This is not someone that probably has inherited money from parents and now is just enjoying an amazing lifestyle. No. Let us see your hustle as well. Let us see your struggles as well. Post them. Post products on your WhatsApp status, Instagram story, post products, post videos. You can be as crazy as you can be. Pick a day where you do follow-up on your old customers. Without picking a day, it will be difficult. I was having a training with Zambia some time back and I told them, pick a day. I normally say pick Thursday. Why? Because there's a slogan called TBT, which is called Throwback Thursday. It's like something you do something on Thursday as a something that you remember, that maybe you post an old post on Thursday. So why don't you pick Thursday and say every Thursday will be my day to call my old customer, and I'm gonna call not less than 10. Not less than 10. You have that in your plan, because if you don't have that in your plan, you'll only call your customers when it's 3 days before month end. But what if you call them every Thursday? How many more orders will you get? You have the products that you are focusing on. So every day put a plan that I'm going to send to people's inboxes about my products. What should you send? How should you market your products? We'll get into those. But I'm mentioning the activities here, what needs to be done. If you have selected multi-marker, if you have selected C9, every day post at least 5 people, tell them about your focused product. How about launches? Since now Rwanda is already operational, you are allowed to meet, so you can now start to organize small launches, 5, 6 people, 10 people, product launches. And I don't know if you do this in Rwanda, but in Tanzania, we do a lot of office launches. What we do is we send a letter to offices. Most of the times we send to banks, because banks are very easy to approach. So I would just walk into a bank and ask to see the branch manager. If you insist, the branch manager is not like a director somewhere. He's supposed to see his customer. So no one will ever say, no, you can't see the branch manager. No. So I'll just say, hello, good morning. I'll say that to the receptionist, good morning. I'm coming from Forever Living Products, and we have a special program that we are doing with banks now. So I'd like to speak to the branch manager. And then I'll keep quiet and look at that person's face to say that I'm only speaking to the branch manager. And I will go see the branch manager. Sometimes I won't even pass through the reception. If the branch manager is there, sometimes the officer just have glasses, branch manager. I'll just go knock and say, excuse me, can I come in? I have something I need to talk to you about. Branch managers, they can never say no. So I would go there and explain the fact that, nowadays we see a lot of challenges because of health. People are not being effective even in their jobs. So at Forever, I always like to say Forever directly. At Forever, we have designed a program where we offer free trainings on how to increase efficiency by improving people's health. And we have started this program with banks, so we wanted to do one with you. We only take about 15 minutes to 20 minutes maximum, so you can invite us to come to your branch maybe any day before you open the branch. Most of the times they invite us around 7 or something like that. And when I'm done with him, I'll say, so we'll come, we'll explain, but also, I always say, but also we'll show them some of the products that they can use that can help them with efficiency, products that they can use to help them with vitality, so that when I come for the meeting, I'm free to show my products because I already told them that I will also show the products. All those are part of launches. Launches is not just about you and your friends. Launches can also go to new people. And I know there are people that the only thing they do in Forever is they're busy giving out, asking for invitations from banks to do launches. That's like the main thing they do. Launches, they work. Now look at those activities and tell me, how many of those activities are you currently doing? We have one-on-one, small launches, one-on-one with products. You call someone, hello, how are you? I'm on a campaign of educating people about weight management. Can I pass by your office for 5-10 minutes? We talk more. You meet that person one-on-one, you explain about the C9. Those are like some serious activities that will give you a lot of results. Very rare when you start to do those one-on-one with products, or you always get results. So pick some activities that you know you can focus on to smash these 3 CCs of retail. What about PAP? Do you use PAP? Personal use product pack. If you're doing PAP, we recommend you need to have at least 2 to 3 PAPs running per week. You can't do one PAP today and another PAP after 2 weeks. No, you need to have 2 to 3 PAPs per week, 2 to 3 PAPs per week. All these activities that you do. Well, the way I normally do my PAP is when I'm going to deliver a PAP, I always like to deliver myself so that when I'm going to deliver, it's nicely packaged. When I'm giving the person the PAP, especially if it's someone's office, I like it if it's someone's office, the neighbor will always ask, what is that? There are always those, talkative neighbors around, eh? And they always ask, oh, what's that? How can I get that? And say, just give me your number. We'll put you in our list. And then one day we'll also bring you a free pack for you to try. Free? Yeah. You try it for free for 3 days. We just want people to experience our products. And, if you like, you buy. If you don't like, it's okay. You talk like that, simply like that. Pap. All these activities that if they're scheduled in your working calendar, if they're scheduled in, you'll find yourself to be very productive. Very productive. If you're part-time, you need to schedule your activities very well, because otherwise you'll not be able to do anything because your time is very, very limited. Pap. What about tabletops events? Tabletops events. What are tabletops events? Maybe there is an exhibition somewhere. So you go there and ask for an opportunity to also have your table there, and then you do an exhibition there. You have your products, people will come and see, you get contacts. All those are opportunities for you to interact with people, and they will help you sell. Tabletops events. And there are a lot more perhaps activity, but I want you to take a look at these activities and just ask yourself, which of these activities do you want to start doing from today? Not tomorrow, today. Pick something that you can do today. Maybe today after the meeting, you can take a deodorant and do a quick video. Like, one of the reasons why I love this deodorant is the fact that it stays a very long time. Mine stays, maybe 4 months or sometimes 5 months. So if you are someone that's like that always economic, wants to make sure you buy something that is value for money, go for this deodorant. Just post like that. Be spontaneous, be crazy, have fun. You're not like some high-paid celebrity that needs to think so much before you do a video. No, you're an FBO. You are supposed to just be free and have fun while you're building your business. So these are some of the retailing activities. Then you also need to have a plan of recruiting. Put a plan to recruit at least 2 CCs. And one rule of thumb in order for you to recruit is on weekly basis, you must show the business to at least 10 people. And this is if it's face-to-face. If it's online, I always say multiply that number by 3 or 4. If it's about sending videos, then you need to send videos to at least 30 to 40 people a week. 30 to 40 people a week if you're just sending videos. If you're meeting them face-to-face, 10 a week are enough. If you meet 10 people a week, in a month you've met 40 people, I can tell for a fact you're going to recruit. You will, if you don't recruit this month, in the next 2-3 months, you will always be recruiting because now you'll have a pipeline of prospects. Recruiting activities. You can run Facebook ads for recruiting. I run Facebook ads for recruiting. And I used to do it every weekend from Friday to Sunday. It's time for me to run Facebook ads. I put a budget of about $15. I run my ads. That means in a month, I spend $45. If I spend $45, if I just recruit one person, I have my money back. That's good business. I'm spending $45. I recruit one person, I get my bonus there of more than $100. So why not? Why not? So I run Facebook ads. Pick ways, pick things. Before I did prospects ads, what I used to do, I used to send 20 messages to people every day. These are people that I don't know, and we'll have a proper training on how to send these messages, how your messages can be. But if you want to get them immediately, you can tell me after the training, inbox me, I'll send you my messages so that you can, work with them. Every day I would send 20. Now, when I started ads, then I splitted my activities. I was doing messages from Monday to Thursday, and then Friday to Sunday, I don't do messages. Instead, I have my Facebook ad running, because if my Facebook ad is running, it means after every few minutes, I have someone inbox me on my WhatsApp telling me that they want to know more. So what activities are you taking in order for you to make sure that you are recruiting? And one more thing that you need to do is to keep your account exciting. So share some testimonies on your status. That is WhatsApp status and Insta story. Share testimonies. It doesn't have to be your testimony. There are so many stories of people every day. Maybe there's a lady somewhere that joined and sold a certain amount of products within the first 1 week. Take that story and type it. I'm so excited and I really want to congratulate this new business partner in our business. Even if that person is not in your team, that person is in our business. So you say, I'm very excited with this business partner in our business that has managed to sell this much, but kudos to you. You put that there. You want to keep the curiosity in people so that when people are checking your account, they're like, what is this person doing? They'll ignore the first day, they'll ignore the second day. Tell you a story. There's a friend of ours. He started selling rice. No, not actual rice. I don't know what you call it. I don't know the name of it in English. The thing which is used when you cook it, it becomes rice. That's what he's selling. In Tanzania, we call it mchele. So he's selling that. And every day he started posting on our friends group. I ignored it. And then yesterday I ordered 10 kgs. I ordered 10 kilos because I kept seeing it. Until I ordered. So people need to see it and see it and see it and see it until they order. So what are you doing today? What activities are you doing to make sure that you are constantly having new people to talk to? How do you treat your customers? Do you give them an opportunity to know the business? It's important. But without having a plan, you know, the one thing that I want to really underline here is most of the times we kind of know these activities, but we don't do them consistently because we have not scheduled them. People know that if you are a Sabbath, you know that on Saturday, I'm not supposed to work. On Saturday, I go to church. If I'm a Roman Catholic, I know on Sunday I'm supposed to go to church. If going to church was any day, I'm telling you, no one would have been going to church if it's any day. But if you know it's Sunday, then we go to church. Muslims on Friday, you know, they fill up the mosques. Why? Because it's their day. The rest of the day is not so much, but there's that day. So have you picked a day where you are calling your customers, people that have already used the product? Do you have a special day where you call them to say, hey, I'm so happy you're my customer and you enjoy these products, but I wanted to know, are you interested to build a business on these products? You know, I've thought about it because you're already loving the products. I mean, you can recommend this product to some people and you can make a small extra income, which perhaps can help you at least with lowering the expenses on the products that you're personally using. You know, when you're introducing a customer, if you want a customer to go into business, don't hype the business too much. Don't talk a lot about the big things. You know, just start in a simple way so that the person feels like, okay, I'm only adding something extra, a small extra thing, you know. But you need to have a day where, you know, this is my day where I'm calling my customers to introduce them to the business. And in order for number one to happen, this is number one, 10 people a week, you need this one to happen. How many new people do you contact? And if you remember at the beginning of my presentation, I gave a difference between contact and prospecting. When you send a random message to people on Instagram, that's called prospecting. When you send a message to someone to their inbox and say, hey, can we meet? I want to show you more. When the next thing after the call or the text is about showing, then that's contacting. Look at these recruiting activities and just say, which ones are you picking? Which ones are you going to be doing so that you can recruit your 2cc on each and every month? And I promise you, if you can pick any three here, any three, and you do them consistently, you will be recruiting each and every month. Every month. And why should you do this? Because you already have set your goals at the beginning of this session. We already talked about the goals. And I will tell you for a fact, 4cc's are key. Because once you are an assistant supervisor, the next goal is for you to be supervisor. How do you become a supervisor? You need to have 3 people that are doing 4cc's. You're a supervisor. 3 people doing 4cc's. How do you become an assistant manager? You need to have 9 people that are doing 4cc's. Then you're an assistant manager. 9 people doing 4cc's. Now, here's the crazy part, guys. I don't know if you've seen this. How do you become a manager? You need also 9 people to do 4cc's. So 9 people doing 4cc's in 2 months, you're an assistant manager. 9 people doing 4cc's in 4 months, you're a manager. How nice is that? So if you have that as one of your plan, that I want to focus on 4cc, I want to make sure I have 9 people in my team doing 4cc's on monthly basis. Those 9 people, when they do those 4cc's, that is 36cc's. If you add your personal 4cc, that is 40cc's. 40cc's times 4 months is 160cc's. You've already surpassed the 150. So even if someone, you know, somewhere along the way doesn't make it, you can still make it. So that's one of the way you can get to manager, is by you building up those 9 people that are doing 4cc's. That's one of the way. You'll be a manager who is doing 40cc's. And a manager who is doing 40cc's will probably be making, if my numbers are correct in my mind, not less than $1,500. A manager who is doing 40cc's. 9 people in your team doing 4cc's equals to a bonus of over $1,500. You need to observe that. So let's go for our dreams, leaders. We've already set our goals, we've already set our dreams. Now I want you to remember a few things. To catch your dream, you must chase it. To catch your dream, you must chase it. You must run towards it. Your dream will never stand still there and wait you to get there. It will always be running away from you, and you must chase it until one day you catch it. And you know, the thing about forever is the day you are getting out of the business presentation, you feel like my dream is right there. I can see it. It is so straight. All I need to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm there. That's how it feels. But when you get started, your dream starts to shift. You know, you're getting close to it, and then it has jumped to another place. You have to chase it. You know, it's like you've created a nice portrait, you know, nice artwork. You have drawn something nice, and then someone comes and tears it in small pieces and say, now put it back together. That's forever. You have your dreams there, clearly written there. You can see them. And then when you start to work on it, someone comes and tears them down, and then you have to put them to. That's why you have to go for your dreams. You have to chase it. So it is going to be hard, champions. It's going to be hard. It is going to be hard. Yes, you will experience some pain. You might cry at some point. I know some of you have already cried at some point. I'm difficult to cry, but I've been close to crying a couple of times. And I've seen most of my top leaders crying in front of me because of the pain, because when you want something so bad, and then you kind of feel like I'm about to lose it, you can't just smile about it. You know, you're going to get mad and say, no, I have to push for it. And right now, I need all of us as FBOs in Rwanda to get ourselves together and say, no more Rwanda doing 300 cc's. As a country, we want to go to 500. We want to hit 500. So if you did 2 cc's in May, go 4 cc's in June. If you did 4 cc's in May, go 5 cc's in June, go 6 cc's in June. Whatever you do, you must grow in June. You have to grow. Cry if you have to cry, but you must grow. But of course, there will be discouragements from outside and from within. Those will be there, but you can't let them stop you. You have to keep pushing. You have to keep pushing. You have to continue, because one day you will be so happy and excited and say, I'm an eagle, I've made it. This is coming for you guys. One day you're going to be an eagle. Maybe not this year, but maybe next year. My fellow champions, we are opening a brand new chapter for Rwanda right now. And I know this new chapter will come with some challenges. I know this new chapter will not be easy, but we will make it. We will make it. We will go through it. We will push through it. We will make it. And I wish you all an amazing month of June. And let's go and really push in the month of June. If last month we did 300 and something cc's, I believe we can go 500 cc's, because, you know, to come from 300 cc's to 500 cc's, you know, if you do the numbers, that is just an increment of 60% growth. What is 60% growth? It means if someone did 4 cc, this person needs to go to 7 cc's. That is possible. It means if someone did 2 cc's, that person needs to go to 3.3 cc's. That is possible. It means if someone did 1 cc, that person just needs to go to 1.6 cc's. It is possible. So go to your team, look for people that can grow by 60%, and I'm positive and I'm sure you will get them and you'll make it. Thank you all so very much. And we will meet again next week for our second session, where we're going to start a series for recruiting. We're going to go into details on recruiting activities and everything around recruiting. Thank you all so much. And we have come to the end of the training. Thank you very much.